World War I marked a turning point in the history of warfare. Among the new technologies of death was chemical warfare, a sinister innovation that shattered traditional rules. On April 22, 1915, near Ypres, Belgium, German forces released over 160 tons of chlorine gas. The yellowish-green clouds silently rolled across the battlefield, catching soldiers off guard. Many died within minutes, suffocating as the gas burned their lungs. Survivors endured agonizing pain and long-term health problems. This event shocked the world and forever changed the face of warfare. The use of poison gas violated a long-standing military taboo. The Hague Conventions of 1899 and 1907 explicitly forbade the use of poison or poisoned weapons, yet the thirst for victory overshadowed any sense of moral obligation, unleashing a Pandora's box of chemical horrors. Germany emerged as the leading producer and user of chemical weapons during World War I. By the war's end, Germany had produced a staggering 68,000 tons of poison gas. Britain eventually produced an estimated 25,000 tons, and France about 37,000 tons. Chlorine gas caused immediate suffocation and lung damage. Phosgene, a more potent agent, was odorless and slow-acting. Mustard gas caused severe burns and blisters upon contact. The widespread use of chemical weapons reflects a dark chapter in military history. Nations embraced any advantage, no matter how inhumane, in the pursuit of victory. The horrors unleashed by these chemical agents transcended the battlefield. They left an indelible mark on soldiers, civilians, and the environment for generations. The use of chemical weapons instilled a deep sense of terror among soldiers. The invisible nature of gas attacks created constant fear and uncertainty. Soldiers lived with the knowledge that a single breath could mean a slow and agonizing death. This fear permeated every aspect of trench life. Soldiers described the experience as akin to drowning on dry land. Early gas masks, while offering some protection, were uncomfortable and claustrophobic. Survivors often suffered long-term health consequences. Chronic lung diseases, blindness, and psychological trauma were common. Gas clouds often drifted into villages, causing widespread suffering among civilians. The indiscriminate nature of gas attacks highlighted the ethical bankruptcy of chemical warfare. The legacy of chemical warfare in World War I extends far beyond the battlefields. The physical and psychological scars continue to haunt generations. Former battlefields still bear the scars of chemical warfare. Unexploded ordnance and contaminated soil pose a threat to human health and the ecosystem. The Geneva Protocol of 1925 prohibited the use of chemical and biological weapons in warfare. However, it did not ban the production or stockpiling of these weapons, leaving a dangerous loophole. The use of chemical warfare in World War I ignited a fierce debate about the ethics of such weapons. Many argued that the use of poison gas violated fundamental principles of human dignity. The Hague Conventions had explicitly forbidden the use of poison weapons. The thirst for victory overshadowed any sense of moral obligation. The development and use of these weapons raised serious questions about the role of science in warfare. The legacy of chemical warfare serves as a cautionary tale. It reminds us of the importance of upholding ethical boundaries in warfare. The impact of chemical warfare during World War I reverberated far beyond the battlefields. The conflict served as a grim testing ground for these new weapons. The lessons learned influenced military thinking and preparedness for future conflicts. The Geneva Protocol of 1925 marked a significant step towards outlawing chemical weapons. Despite these efforts, chemical weapons have continued to be used in conflicts around the world. The threat of chemical warfare remains a global concern. The legacy of chemical warfare is a sobering reminder of human capacity for cruelty. The world must work towards a future free from the threat of chemical warfare.